So it's not very often we get to have one of our students hang around for 2 whole weeks, but we did this time. This is Raoul from
Australia. Yep.
So I don't know whether you were expecting a whole lot when you came, but you've been here with us. I had invited him to stay the extra week because he was going to be around anyway visiting family. So what did you get out of it?
Ooh, lots of things, both from a woodworking perspective and also from a life experience perspective.
Give us both.
All right, well, from woodworking, I've got to say Rob is probably, he's renowned as being a great teacher, and I'm here to tell you that after spending 2 weeks with him, he is a fantastic teacher.
Well, thank you.
He's taken us through sharpening techniques, setting up hand planes properly, sawing techniques, how to use saws properly, both panel saws and back saws. We've also done board flattening, which is one of my great interests. It's a pretty tricky technique for a newcomer, and I've sort of struggled with it, and Rob's got me about 90% to 95% of the way, I think, and the rest of it is just up to me to keep practicing. And then, of course, there's the dreaded dovetail, which I'm still struggling with. But the way Rob teaches it, it's a process, and if you follow the process correctly and do everything that Rob's taught us, you've got a 95% chance of coming out with a great result. So I can't speak more highly of Rob's teaching. The man's a great woodworker. I can see he's the only guy I know who's put a dovetail together in less than 15 minutes from way to go to glued and finished and planed and looking great. So from a woodworking perspective, I mean, he's covered, from a novice, he's sort of taken me from absolutely having no idea to a point now where I can go home and start putting these things into practice and hopefully develop some great skills and make some nice things for the family and friends. And I appreciate that. On the whole other aspect, moving away from just the woodworking element, with all the vets here, and Rob has created and encouraged an environment where people feel comfortable in opening up themselves to others, talking about the experiences they've had, where they've come from, how they've grown up, and some of the nasty things that have happened to people in war. But that's part of war, I guess. The other interesting thing that I found here, especially at the Heartland Forest facility, is not only do we have war veterans, but we have disabled people here. People with autism, mongoloidism, I'm not sure. Down syndrome. And Rob is such a wonderful open person that he encourages people who are at the facility to actually walk through, watch what we're doing, talk to us. Yesterday, for example, we had a group of old people, some of them in wheelchairs, aged people, and they all came through and had a look and chat and were interested in what we were doing, and it's just great. It's just an all-round human experience, and it's something I didn't particularly expect. So not only from a woodworking perspective, but also from a human perspective, the 2 weeks have been superb for me. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I can only say thank you to Rob for his kindness and his patience. And I have to extend that to Jake, his son, and also to Luther, who've been supportive and encouraged me all the way, and all the lads, and we've sort of formed a bit of I don't know, not really a team, but it feels like a team or a brotherhood of people all trying to learn and all trying to heal, and it's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Raoul, you've been a big part of it. We appreciate you coming so far, and I hope it happens again.
I do too, Rob. Thank
Good
you.
on you, mate. Thank you.